everyone, it's Lisa. Welcome back to my channel. As many of you know, Glowforge just announced their new stamp feature in the premium software. So in this video, I'm going to be using the stamp feature in the premium version of Glowforge Studio to make a stamp, but I am also going to show you how to set it up in Silhouette Studio without using the stamp feature. So if you don't have premium and you don't want it right now, I will show you how you can do it yourself. So what we'll be using today is a gray rubber stamp sheet. This is from Johnson Plastic Plus. This is safe for laser engraving. So you'll see it says special rubber for laser engraving. So you have that right here. And we are going to be making a stamp for my books. So I like to read and I loan out my books a lot, and I have a bad habit of not remembering who I loaned out books to, and so I probably have 10 that are missing that I don't know where they are. So we made a stamp to put in here from the library of Lisa Potts, and here is the engraved stamp that we are using. So we're going to be putting it on that. Just a preview, you can use a stamp block, you can use a piece of wood, or you can get a piece of acrylic. So I'm going to go ahead, get started. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe before we get going. And if you're thinking about getting a Glowforge after this video, click the link in the description. You can save up to $500 on a new machine. Here I am in Silhouette Studio. Now I am literally just going to set up the text in here. We're going to format this using the stamp feature in Glowforge. So let's go through, and I'm going to type from the library of, all caps, from the library of. And then while it has this green box around it, that means it's in text edit mode. I'm going to do Control A to select all. Go to text over here. And this is going to be Barlow condensed. I love using this. Now I am going to increase my character spacing. So I clicked on this. Over here in my text panel, go to the character spacing, and I'm just increasing it a little bit to give it that like more sparse look. I don't know, I really like it. And let's see. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to bold it. So let me go back. And now let's type Lisa Potts. That's my name. So Lisa, oops, I have my caps lock on. Lisa, nope, Potts. And then Control A to select it all in there. And I'm going to change this to a font called Goldmind. I think it's really cute. It's going to work out really well for this. So we're going to set it up like this. Here's my example of the one that I started. So I'm actually going to make it smaller. The Lisa Potts is a little bit too big in here. Alright, so I just chose my file so I can upload it. So you can see in the bottom right corner it says it's processing. Okay, so we have our design in here. The first thing I'm going to do is resize it. I only want this to be 3 inches wide, so we're going to select this right here, do 3 inches, enter. So we have our designs in here. You can see this is the original, it's flipped over. Let me show you how the stamp function works. Right here, right side, stamp maker. Let's increase our padding because I'm not going to cut through. I'm actually just going to use scissors to cut. So let's go ahead and make our padding 0.5 inches, half an inch. Create stamp. I forgot to unselect add edge. I don't want an edge. So let's go back. I'm going to hit Control Z. And the reason why I'm not doing an edge is because I found that I don't really like how it looks when I cut through, and it's just as easy for me to use my scissors. So let's go over here. Actually, I'm going to create edge because I'm going to use it for my base. So create stamp. So check it out. There's my padding. There's my stamp there, and we can enter our settings. So engrave, we're going to do stamp rubber. So for these settings, I'm doing speed at 310, precision power 70, and convert to dots with 450 lines per inch. Now enter settings. I'm actually going to ignore that edge because I'm going to be using that for my base. And so if you look closely, this and the original that I made, they look exactly the same. So I'm going to go in here and ignore it for now because I don't need that. But yeah, that's how you do it. So if you don't want to get Glowforge Premium, you don't have to, but it did make it easier. We have that all set up. So I'm going to set this up. Let's go ahead, set my focus to my stamp rubber. Now this is gray laser safe stamp sorry, I bumped the table, stamp rubber from Johnson Plastic Plus. A lot of my colleagues use a whole bunch of different materials, so don't feel like you have to use this. But I do like it. I ordered it like last year to test out, and I finally got to using it just in time for the stamp feature. So we're gonna let that focus. We have our settings in there. Let me kind of review it one more time for you. I have my speed at 310, 70 for precision power, 450 lines per inch, and my grayscale is convert to dots. I don't have anything grayscale in here. It's a vector, but it's good to know for later. Let's go ahead and print. This will probably take a little bit longer to engrave because there's a lot of back and forth with it. So we have that in there. We're gonna see how long it's gonna take, and then in just a minute, I'll show you the process of it engraving. All right, it's gonna be 43 minutes. I'm gonna jump over and I'll show you how it looks when it starts. Right, so here is my stamp material. You can see we have it right here. This is where I tested it before. So you'll see that this is charred. I don't know. I don't have super great luck with cutting straight through. So let me just focus it. Yeah, I don't have great luck cutting straight through. So I just kind of am gonna cut it straight with my scissors. So let me bring this over here. So we have this right here. So I'm literally just gonna take my scissors and cut right here, right inside. Now I'm going to make sure as I do stamps that I keep them along the top. That way I'm not wasting a whole lot of stamp material. And again, this is from Johnson Plastics Plus. It's laser safe, so you're good. So I took it, you'll notice it's a lot cleaner. So we have this right here. Now there's a couple things you can do. I have this stamping block already. I got this from Artesprix. You can put it on your stamping block and then you're all set to go. This type of rubber is like a cling rubber, so you can set it like that. Or I cut this out, so this is using the same square that we had in there, but I engraved it. So I engraved it, and we can use our glue to glue this right on. So I might want to cut this rubber a little bit closer, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that for now, just for the sake of it, because it doesn't really matter how it is on the cling. Now, this is 1/4 inch wood. If you don't have wood, I have a friend on Instagram. Her account is PB Corner. I'll link it in here. She's been using 1/4 inch acrylic, which is really beautiful. So this would have to be glued. So if you want this to be a permanent thing, you can totally do it. Make sure you have it the right way. So you can have it right here. You can see it like that. Or if you want to be able to reuse it, you can put it on this stamp block. So we have it like that. Let's go ahead. I'm going to use a little grid to line up my letters. And let's see how this stamps. So I have my new book. And I have navy ink because, you know, I wanted it to match. So let's go ahead and see how this looks. I see ink on it. Looks pretty good so far. So let's flip it over. And I am going to put it on the inside cover. Check it out. So from the Library of Lisa Potts. So it's off center because of this binding. Depending on what kind of book you have, you might have space on the first page. This one didn't have it, so we went on the cover. Now I could have put one right here, but I didn't want to. I just want to put on the cover. So super excited. I got this cute little navy ink to match with it, but really simple. All right, guys, so here is our stamp. You can see this is how it would be on its own. You have multiple options. You can get a stamp block. This is, they have them everywhere. I use my Artesprix one because I use their iron-on ink stamps and markers as well. So you can do your stamp on here. You can get a thick piece of acrylic, so a 1/4 inch piece of acrylic, and use that. My friend PB Corner, my friend on Instagram, PB Corner, does that. We have this, and then I even took a thick piece, 1/4-inch wood, engraved it, and put it like that. You could also grab a thicker piece of wood, so not necessarily for engraving, but you can use it, cutting, you can use it to engrave your stamp on here. And then, hold on a second, I'm gonna clean this off because I'm getting ink everywhere, and I'll show you the book. All right, so I cleaned it off, not perfect, but enough to not get ink everywhere. And so you can see, here's my book, and there is my stamp. So super easy. This is great because I need to figure out where my books are. I loan them out and then I forget who I loan them to. So this is great. I hope you enjoyed it. So you can use the stamp feature within Glowforge, or if you don't want to or don't have premium, hopefully the instructions on how to do it without help as well. Now I know that there's a feature in there for you to make a handle. Let me know if you want me to go over that too. I can't imagine wanting to have a handle personally because it would take up more space, but let me know. I'm happy to test it out for you guys as well. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you are watching and haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps out my channel. And if you like this and you're still thinking about getting a Glowforge, check out the link in my description. You can save up to $500 on a new machine.